the snake pit, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC rival, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will start this game off. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Quick release on the RPO. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
So the Texas Longhorns offense has its first opportunity of the day. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the
unloads it downfield. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. That can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. Tackled after picking up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Flips it out in the flat. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This crowd knows when to bring it. On third down, he drops to throw. Gets rid of it. He'll fire back across his body. Take it back. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Rebels! How about that D coming up with a play like that? That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game that you go back and you look and you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Texas offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Smith wants to throw. Finds his tight end. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
It's caught. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. He wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This time they'll go to the running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell, they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
They'll run for it on third and short. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Hit as he throws. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on fourth down with the heat.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
give to the running back. And after the tackle, we are headed to the... We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Right back to it. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Afterburner's coming. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Wideout in motion. Looking to move it through the air. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Line getting set on second down. From the gun, the ground game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Now the play fake. Grab near the sticks. It's Anger. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
Caught behind the line. It's Anger. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Loss on first down increased the degree of difficulty. Second and goal from the 8. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you get hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Smith dropping to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to find his man in the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Longhorns! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
PAT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they could not have finished with more style. An 86-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. They'll try the run. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes a connection. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. The Rebels have this offense rolling. The throw to the outside is complete. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Getting some heat. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Got the quick pass. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly the offensive coordinator's calling big plays, the quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Movement here from the tight end. They give it to him again. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Powers forward. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense do it whenever they want.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They march 78 yards down the field and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive.
Open runway ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smith wants to throw. Looking downfield. And they can't make the connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be knocked down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
After the misconnection, it's second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Fires on the move. He's got an open man. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Rebels will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Looking left. He's got it. They'll bring him down, but not before he put people in the spin cycle.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They'll go to the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Line gets set, first down. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Running toward the tape. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
From the gun to give, looking for room. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. Fair catch, called for and made. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing the...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the comeback is on.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Looking to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Rebels decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Weeks. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dances away from one. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Now he's looking to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They looked finished, but they weren't. Still fighting, and we're locked up.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. All kinds of room to throw that one. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long.
And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
If a free safety comes blitzing, you've got to throw a slant behind it to the receiver. So that time, the quarterback and receiver, they may not have been on the same page.
They're trying to get to it. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Rebels line up to punt it away. Fair catch called for, but a flag is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Off the play fake on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They'll go back to the air on second down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They want to just keep throwing it. Another incompletion on third down. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job.
He lobs one high down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good. Ball out in space, their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the second half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see who can step up here and make a play.
And I'm not concerned about the other offense. Just do you. Do what you've done to be successful throughout this game.
On second down, he'll fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Makes the grab on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man.